Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to hear a very entertaining story titled, My Friend is Getting Divorced from His Cheating Wife and I Don't Feel Bad for Him. And a big shout to Nasad for sending me this story. And guys, this story is definitely one you're going to remember for a while. Definitely one I'm going to remember about this guy. This story is from the perspective of a friend talking about his complete bonehead of a friend who's just been royally screwed over and over again by his girlfriend. Now you might say, why would a good friend do that? Well, this friend and him are no longer friends. This is about a guy telling this story about his buddy who he's tried to help over and over again, as well as their friend group. And this guy doesn't get it. This guy is probably right up there as some of the most clueless, boneheaded guys when it comes to women I've ever seen. And the worst part about this whole thing is that his buddies here really try to help him out with advice, and they're being there to listen to him. And not only does he keep ignoring them and come back and bringing drama into their lives, but there's a point where you're going to see he disrespects them and throws them under the bus, as well as his family, over this girl who's terrible to him, as you're going to see. And I don't feel bad for guys like that, because sometimes I get guys say to me, SSM, on occasion I'll do a story where I roast a guy for his bad behavior, and they'll say, SSM, why are you so hard on these guys? You should be really trying to build them up, and they don't know any better, blah, blah, blah. And I do try to always build guys up, but there are some guys that are beyond hope. Some guys that you try, no matter what, not only they keep making the same mistake over and over again, and at that point it's on them, but also the amount of disrespect they show others that are trying to help them. At that point, I don't feel sorry for them. And in this story, I don't feel sorry for this guy, nor does the dude writing in this story. So this is definitely a good one, guys. You're going to find very entertaining how much of a bonehead how this guy acts, how you're going to enjoy, obviously, me making fun of him. You're going to see, once again, things that I tell you not to do, and right here in real time as I go through this, why I say things like once a cheater, always a cheater, never take back a cheater, listen to your bros. I mean, many other things I talk about. This is going to prove here. So it's a good one, a refresher, and definitely entertaining. So it starts off, it says here, my friend Vic started dating her, Isabella, in high school. And it was fine at first until she admitted to him that she cheated on him with a classmate. And that's when that's when you should break up with a girl, but not him. They broke up, and me and our friend group tried to cheer him up and tell him that she wasn't worth his energy, and that was the best to move on. Like good friends should. 2 weeks later, they got back together, and Vic tells us that this is what he wants, and he refuses to give up on what they had, and told us that she was so sorry, his words, not mine, and that she wanted to make it work. Smack. So, he wants to fight for what they had. They're in high school. What do you mean what they had? Well, how long is their relationship? 3 weeks? Really? Fight for what they had? She should be fighting for him to get him back, not the other way around. She cheats on him? Done. Move on. It's high school. There's plenty of girls. But no, he takes her back. And how do you think does she take that? Do you think she's going to say, oh, what a great guy. He's such a prize to have because he's taken me back. In spite of that, I'm going to love him much more. Or, wow, he took me back after I cheated on him. Man, I have no respect for this guy. I'm going to cheat on him again. Guess what? A few months later, she cheats again with another classmate, and they break up again. And he tells us he's done with her for good, but that was a lie. They secretly got back together and tried to run away together. Smack. Okay, so he's thinking, well, I took her back the second time, maybe this will work out. And by the way, run away together? They're in high school. Where are they going to run to? Down to Target? Seriously, do they have a car? Do they have money? Who's going to pay for this magical running away romance novel type of crap that he's talking about here? Dumbass watched too many movies. And he told his parents that he'd be staying the night with another friend, Patrick, after school. So by the time his parents found out, that he'd be long gone. Patrick also had no idea about what was happening either. Vic's parents found out, and when they called Patrick's parents to ask Vic if he had his inhaler, and of course Patrick's parents had no clue what they were talking about, and Patrick hadn't seen Vic all day. So not only is he already dissing his friends and bringing drama into their lives with his drama, but now he's running away, worrying his parents sick, all for this chick who treats him like garbage and cheats on him repeatedly already. Do you feel bad for this guy? I sure don't. And I don't care that he's young. Young guys especially need a good slap in the face, a smack upside the head to knock some sense into them. A lot of people disagree with that, but I wholeheartedly believe it. And it's either verbally or in some cases physically. Vic's parents get a call from Isabel's parents saying that she left a note in her room saying that she and Vic were running away together to start a new life. They started panicking and they start looking around to see if they could find the couple. And they were down a few blocks still waiting for their bus. Oh yeah, I'm sure she's going to love the nice life with him where they have to ride a bus everywhere. Nothing against riding buses, but you get my point. No car, no money, no resources. This is going to last real long. The one time SEPTA being late actually came in handy. Their parents forced them to break up, cut contact, and Isabel's parents moved her to a new school. We asked him why, and he said that she said that she had apologized and just wanted a new start with me, and she wanted to run away. After a while, everything goes back to normal. Vic forgot about her and started dating a new girl, Emily, and she was great. Emily was accepted very fast in the friendship group because she got along very well with everyone. Okay. That girl's parents moved her away. Looks like, okay, finally we're taking her out of the environment here. This guy's moving on, learned his lesson, has a new girlfriend who's great. Everybody likes her. Wonderful. But guess what happens? A few years pass by, and Vic runs to Isabel at McDonald's, and they reconnect. We can see where this is going. And he tells us about it, and we all tell him not to get back in contact with her because he is dating Emily now and everything that she put him through in the past. You heard this. His bros, they saw what he did before, the taking her back twice and running away nonsense and the drama it caused, but they still stayed friends with him and they're giving him advice. Don't go back to her. You can't trust her and you can't trust yourself. Does he listen? Says Emily is now and everything that she put him through in the past. He tells us that Isabella and I are just friends, and you guys shouldn't hold her past against her. Smack. Her past most certainly will predict her future. Now we're grown now, and besides, Emily knows and is fully supportive. Well, Emily found out and was not supportive and even asked him to cut contact. He agreed, but 2 weeks later, he broke up with her to be with Isabella. Smack. So he broke up with a girl, what it seems like, really liked him, treated him well, to go back with a girl who cheated on him twice as far as he knows, and he thinks that, oh, she's different now. No. Once a cheater, always a cheater. They don't change. Emily was crushed, and we all gave him shit about it, and he said that while he loves Emily, he just can't give up what Isabel and him had, and he would always wonder what if. Wonder what if. Wonder if she's going to cheat on you with your brother, with your dad, with your cousin, with your friends. That's what he's going to be wondering what if with this Isabel character. He cut us off for a while because the argument got so bad, and then came back when he was cheated on again. Who would have guessed? And he caught them in his bed. He said, I can't believe she did this to me as I was about to propose and everything, but she cheated on me again. They were separated again for a week, and then he still proposed to her. Smack, smack, smack. You can all see at this point that there is no feeling bad for this guy. And I don't care that he's young. Well, we're at like 4 times she cheated on him at this point, and still he breaks up with this girl who seemed to be good to him, didn't listen to his bros, caused drama with his parents, running away, over and over again. You see, guys, how stupid guys can be over a girl, how they can just, some of these gals can get these guys wrapped around their little finger. Do you think she respects him? She got back with him knowing full well, I can be with this nice guy, and he can give me the emotional support that I need, probably buy me things, give me resources, and I can go have fun with Chad and Tyrone. That's how these gals, girls like her, treat these weak-ass guys. Doesn't mean that every girl is going to behave like her, no, but every girl will not lose respect and dump a guy that acts like that much of a doormat. That's weak. Women are repelled. I repeat, repelled by weakness. Weak guys. But we're not done yet, because wait to see how he treats his friends. He says, in his own words, that if he would propose to her and sees how committed that I am to her, that she will stop cheating. We'd all told him that he's an effing moron, but he didn't listen. Yeah, if he shows her just how great of a guy he is, then she'll be better to him and not cheat. Where has that thinking gotten guys in the past? Well, they got married. Smack. Have 2 kids, and of course, the cheating continues. Ah, shocker. He keeps coming to us to vent, and we keep telling him that he needs to get away from her, but he always tells us that we are jealous at the fact that he's married, and most of us are not. In what universe would any guy be jealous of another guy nowadays in 2023 of another guy that's married, let alone with a wife that has a history of cheating on him? Who would be jealous of that? But this guy's a weak little bitch, and of course his knee-jerk reaction is to insult the guys who've been there for him. In 2019, he finds out that one of his kids isn't his, and the father wants to be in the kid's life. He comes to us again, crying about his marriage, and we tell him he needs to leave her, but this time he snapped at us. This led to a huge argument where Vic says we're a bunch of horrible shit about us. He made fun of the fact that one friend was adopted, he made fun of the fact that another friend was in an abusive relationship, and so on and so on. He cuts us off, and for a few years we don't hear from him until around December, when he caught his wife cheating again with one of her friends, and she wanted a divorce from him. He begged and pleaded, but she told him he was weak and kicked him out, and now he's living with his parents. I don't feel bad for this guy at all. Okay, let's review this whole paragraph here. Shocker. One of the kids isn't his. Whoever would have thought? And she's cheating again. And he goes to his friends crying and carrying on and bringing all this drama when they've been telling him over and over again. How many of you guys have been in that situation? Really? How many of you guys right now that watch me regularly have this knowledge, have these friends you've tried to help, and no matter what, they keep doing the same thing over and over again? This is when you cut them off, because you don't need that bullshit in your life, guys. And weak-ass guys like this, bitch-ass guys like this are going to bring this onto you. Because at the end of the day, we're the average of the 5 people we'll spend the most time with. That's a very, very wise saying there. Why would you want to have someone like that in your life? It's going to make you look bad and bring drama into your life. And now he's insulting them, making fun of the one guy because he's adopted, like that's his fault, or the other guy because he's in a bad relationship. This guy's judging somebody else about relationships. But at the end of the day, look what happened to him. She's now kicking him out and said right here because he's weak. What'd I tell you? Now, ordinarily, if this was a good guy, I'd feel bad for him, like if it was the first time around, or I don't know. But the fact that he did that bullshit with his parents, he keeps bringing turmoil to his friends' lives, and then the final thing, insulting them, no. This guy deserves everything he gets. This is an example. Some people may not like me saying that, but you can leave. You don't need to be in this channel anymore. It goes on. He got back into contact with one of the people in the friend group and started telling him what happened. Now, most people in the friend group feel bad and want to take him back, but I don't feel bad for him at all. Good for you, brother, because I don't feel bad for this jackass. I honestly think that he deserves it at this point because we told him what he needed to do, but ignored us and made fun of sensitive topics about us. And you know what? She's right. He is weak. Hallelujah. I'm glad it's being said. He has tried to reach out to me, but I've ignored any attempts because honestly, I'm done with this emotional vampire. Sorry if this sounds all over the place, but I just need to vent because I don't know who else to talk to. Well, this guy, I'm guessing, is posting his story, yes, to vent, but also to get some outside opinions if he's being too harsh on this guy. And in my opinion, this guy has absolutely every right to cut this jackass off. So guys, in the comment section, in case this guy reads this, comment below. Do you think this guy is the right? Is he in the right for cutting this jackass off? Has he not gone above and beyond for their so-called friends with the constant him coming back and the drama and the complaining, then insulting them? No way. In my opinion, this guy absolutely has the right to cut this guy off. And any of you guys, this story is a great lesson on multiple fronts. About once a cheater, always a cheater. You don't throw your bros under the bus for a freaking girl. You don't disrespect your family, your bros. And you also listen to them. But also there's a point, guys, when you have a guy who repeatedly shows his bitch behavior like he's doing here, cut him off. And don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him at all. Because there's some people in this world that are helpless. You try, and it's just a waste of time. I'm all for trying to help somebody out that wants your help and is receptive and willing to learn and listen. But this, no way. So I'll be very eager to see how this story continues on. And I guarantee you, by the way, that this guy, the other friends want to take him back. It'll be a few weeks and that girl will come crying back to him because, remember, this guy's wife's cheating on him with one of her guy friends. Guarantee that guy friend will probably kick her to the curb. She'll probably get pregnant by said guy friend, and she'll be asking this guy back. And of course, this crybaby, this jackass, will go back to her and probably raise some other dude's baby. That's what I expect to happen in the next one. And these same guys that have listened to all his BS and took his insults will be listening to all his crap all over again. Cut him off. Now some comments here before I wrap it up. One guy says here, honestly, man, F this guy. I'd have zero respect for him if I were in your shoes, and therefore would have no interest in letting him back into my life. The way he ran his mouth and dug into you and your friends won't help his case either. The context of your post has actually made me dislike him even more than his ex. This is irrational, but I'm pissed at him, don't respect him, and really want to tell him why. This was frustrating, shameful read. Well, these frustrating stories are important from time to time, guys. I love the stories where guys make a major comeback, go through hell, make a comeback, and stick it to the jackasses that make their lives hell. But every once in a while, we got to hear a story like this to remember some very important things. Another guy says here, I wouldn't feel bad for him either. How many times can you tell someone not to do something and then see them that's a bad idea and they still do it? And then, OMG, it backfires like, wow, who could have known? Had friends like this, I've never been that friend. I'm less dumb now. Another guy says here, dumb. Dude, you should have dumped your friend in high school. Why keep this negative energy in your friendship group to bring all of you down? You can lead a jackass to water, but you can't make him drink it. They could literally hold this guy's mouth open with the water and he still wouldn't drink it. And last one, this guy says, damn, just reading it made me want to punch some much needed sense into this damn guy. I don't feel any empathy towards him. You're right for wanting to have no contact with him. This guy was warned multiple times and still chose to do it. It's his own fault. Amen. And guys, I hold men accountable. I'm sure you're aware of this in this channel. When guys act like jackasses, I'm going to call them on it. And just the same way that women should be accountable for their actions, so should guys. And right here, the way he's acting, he brought on himself. She's an a-hole, don't get me wrong. She's trash. But you can't turn a H-O-E into a housewife, and you repeatedly let a girl treat you awful, and you keep taking her back. There's a point that where, first time, shame on them. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and 17th time, shame on you. And throwing your bros under the bus and causing the turmoil for your family? No. And this jackass has kids, and he's going to rate, and I hope to hell he doesn't have sons, because his sons are going to end up probably just like him one day. So, important lessons here, guys. That'd be a good one to do. Do one of these on occasion about these complete simp boneheads that need to be some serious smacking and being yelled at. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below what you think about this. And also, guys, if you haven't done so already, be sure to sign up for my other channels, They Did What and SSM Clips. Really trying to grow those channels this year. And with you guys helping out, it'd be a big help there, because the more those numbers grow in those channels, even if you don't watch them, it will help YouTube spread them around. And this is the way I can really help grow the community and help spread a lot that I talk about here in this channel. So definitely sign up. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.